First aid. Special first aid. Layers activated. Layers saved. Special power. Special power. Exit open.
Okay, it's time to set myself as an old man, kind of. So you know how in You Bet Your Life, okay, for context, that's an old radio show and a television show starring Groucho Marx, you know, of the Marx Brothers. And there was a little gimmick on the show where there was a secret word, right? And when that secret word was said by the contestant, a little bird puppet would fall down. It had a $100 bill. You say the secret word, win $100, you know? Well, I don't have a secret word for the stream, but there is a secret action for this stream. And it's something that the chat has to implement. If you implement it, I will guarantee you something funny will happen. But it's only a secret once, if that makes sense. And, I was testing it out before the stream, and it kind of evolved more and more as I was working on it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good bit. A really good bit. But, you'll have to figure out what it is. But, in order to get to that, I must say that this is a very special late Thursday, early Friday, fine quality live stream. I don't normally stream on Thursdays because I'm usually in the office, but I was off today, and I was planning on streaming, and then I was working on submission stuff, and also trying to get some information compiled for new runners of marathon, like speedrunners. We had 5 people join that server today. 5 people. And they were asking questions and, like, doing ILs and whatnot. And I was shocked that we actually had, like, new, like, people, like, wanting to learn the game. And, we'll see how things go. I even verified an IL today. They took my 3rd place position on arrival. I'm not even upset. I'm happy. We have more people playing Marathon. So, yeah. I went to the wonderful McKay's out in Mebane, North Carolina. Traffic was okay today. Better than usual, I'll say that. And I picked up a couple things. First and foremost, I picked up a quick shot micro switch joystick for the A, B, X, Y buttons and the D-pad. It doesn't work. I have to figure out what's wrong with it. You can't test it at the store. So I got it home. It doesn't work. I think there's a wire that's not set right, so we're just gonna have to set it properly. And that's okay. Not too upset. I also picked up, where is it? Picked up this combination component video optical cable from RCA. Talk about a failed company. Because they went out of business and now they're just a shell of their former self. But, yeah, this is, kind of neat. Gold-plated, 24-karat gold-plated, studio-grade connectors, got independent RGB, shielded, braided cables. Also, comes with an optical plug as well. So you just have your whole soundbar set up and your video set up ready to go. Pretty neat. We'll see how well it performs in the coming days. I'm not gonna be able to test it this weekend. Actually, I take that back. I might actually be able to test this weekend. I'm gonna take this down home with me because my dad has something that has a component output, so we're gonna test with that. What's the other fucking thing? Aha! Here it is. It's another passive ground noise isolator. I need to get more of these for the setup because there's an obvious kind of like buzzing noise on some scenes. Surprisingly not on the compact 68,000. It's mainly happening on the SNES output, which is kind of odd. But what is this from? I got this for like $4. Hagibis, Hagibis. It's a 3/2 mil in, 3/2 mil out, but in a very long cable. And I'm kind of curious. Very curious. It does work because I plugged it into the Bluetooth headset on my the little Bluetooth dongle on my car, and I had it plugged into the power, and it did get rid of some of the noise. It's not going to get rid of all the noise, but it's going to get rid of most of the noise. That's the thing with ground loop and interfaces. They don't 100% get rid of the noise. It just minimizes it. If you have an active one, then it would, but a passive one, not as much. All right, and the final thing that I picked up, which is actually blocking my camera so I can't actually cut over to the scene just yet. I bought a iPad dock. Oh, so what, Teebs? You can go out and buy an iPad dock. It's not that hard. Well, it's a 30-pin iPad dock. And more importantly, this iPad dock has a fucking keyboard attached to it, and it's an official Apple dock. Need to stress that. So I have my iPad 3 here, the one I do Shin Megami Tensei on. Sure, I have some cereal in my mouth. And just typing up stuff right now. And it really types very nice. I think it types better than the regular full-size keyboard of similar design that I actually have, and even the Magic keyboards, like the old ones that I have. Does it type better than the one for my other iPad? Close, actually. This is a really good keyboard, but I can't do much with it other than I can open up the Notes app and type stuff in it. Maybe I can get like a word processor app on this iPad, and like I can use it as a word processor. That would be very weird. Maybe even have this iPad specifically for like writing speedrunning notes down. That might be pretty neat. What a concept. Anyway, give me 1 second. I think I may have this the wrong way around, and that would explain why it's not closing. Cool. Let me just move these items off to the side, and then I'll do my usual hellos. And with that, I want to say hello to Thrin, hello to Honeybird, Matrix, Hellhound, Sweet Stalker. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, newcomers in marathon speedrunning. I was fucking ecstatic. I even mentioned to them, and this is always the thing. Keep that in mind. Why is that here? Why is... Chat, why... Hang on. Why is that here? Hey, you need to leave. No, I know you're supposed to be here, but you're not here for this stream. You're here for another stream. No, you gotta leave. Come on. Come on, scoot. Scoot. Oh, you're just gonna sit under the table? Oh, I see how it is. No, it's not related to the funny bit. This popped up for some reason. This is unrelated to the funny bit. What the hell is that, to be frank? Is it this? It is that. Alright. Cool. And do I have to do that for every single one? No. Cool. Well, we have Majin Tensei 2 today, and it's hopefully going to be a very productive one. And why can't I lean forward? Hold on, I think I can fix this, chat. I think I can fix this. This is also not part of the funny bit. Is it this? Is it this? Why is my head getting huge? Fucking bizarre. Is it this? My head's still getting huge. What the fuck's going on? Hold on. Huh. Okay, now my head's still huge. What the fuck? That's not part of the bid. I need to stress that. That's not part of the bid. That was fucking bizarre. Can I move up forward now? What the fuck? This has been a very weird introduction. Huh. Very bizarre. Oh, you know what? I think I might know what the problem is. I might know what the problem is. Stand by. Is it what I think it is? Is it this? No.
Today just doesn't seem to be my day, does it? Just not my day.
And that circle's hovering above me. Do you see it? It's right up there. Can't believe it. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. Something very weird is going on. Actually, I'm gonna try one last ditch effort. And then we're gonna have to get to the game because I don't have that much time. Because this is a work day that we're doing this stream on. I got the Super Nintendo all on, ready to go. Fascinating. I think I broke a thing. Yeah, I think I broke a thing, everyone. Yeah, I think I broke a thing. This is not surprising in any capacity, I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, Majin Tensei 2. It's a video game. And we're gonna be playing it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna cut to the desk. Right? I'm gonna cut to the desk. Bop. Cool. Very cool. Was there a thing off to the side again? Swear to God. Anyway. Let's get the game going, shall we? Screen on. Console, right here. I'm gonna hit the A button, and when I see the Atlas logo, we're gonna swap over. Bop. And as a reminder to everyone... Oh, I see what's going on. But as a reminder to everyone, we are doing a fundraiser at the moment to help a local viewer of the channel and friend, Honeybird, with moving to my neck of the woods. If for some reason you decide to put in a speedrun request, I ask that you put it towards Honeybird's fundraiser, which you can see the tracker and the link to down below on the screen. Any donations made towards that will count towards speedrun requests. So please, in your donation message, mention what runs and outfits you would like redeemed for that. I'm gonna keep going with that fundraiser until we meet it. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Anyway, we need to get to the game. So I'm gonna get my camera back on. There we go. Very weird day so far. So as we last left our protagonists, I think we were in the middle of a fight. I'm saying this because we're 2 turns different and 1 level different. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta open a soda. Can't be a TBCR live stream at this point without a soda open. There we go. So, I think our dilemma last time was that the bird demons were racing towards the goblin. And because of that, it was dying very quickly. So I think the plan was we fused Soph with Goblin, just went ahead and made Hanya. And then we're gonna try to move some demons a bit closer to kind of prevent the birds from taking them out. By the way, if you weren't here earlier, this is a fusion. It's not flashy, quite literally, but kind of cool. I have a very funny thought. We just form a wall. That way they have to take extra turns to get there. It's such a silly idea. All right, we're moving Tonki into position. And then Tomoharu will head over to here. Just for a second. Are we all good? Oh no, we got Gnome right here that we gotta move. Okay, so I did want to update regarding GDQ submission stuff. So I haven't started the co-op stuff with Slighton yet. So that will be... I'm actually going to take a laptop with me down home, right? Ooh, sorry. Spicy spicy. Ooh. And we're going to work on that stuff over the weekend while I'm down home. Because I can't stream. The internet's not good enough to do that. But it is good enough to play a port of an old-ass game from the 90s through Steam on my dad's internet. So I'm going to do that. That way I'm still being a little bit productive over the weekend with that stuff. I decided to do a re-recording of Camel Tree, or Camel Try as Aperture pointed out, and Chaos Engine Solo. I did get the former done. Pretty decent run. I'm probably going to use that submission video. And Chaos Engine, I'll give you context. I was up until 5 this morning working on it. And I got to quarters, as I would, and failed miserably. Also, sorry, Honeybird, I didn't see the message until just now. Thank you for the 31-month resub. It was very late on that. Because I, didn't hear the scream, right? And I look up, and I see it. mentioned on the thing. So it must have happened during the introduction. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing with the gnome. Where's my chat window? Well, my silly plan worked. Somehow. Yeah, it somehow worked. Chad, I think we're going to have a bad time tonight. Do you think I will have a bad time tonight? Vote now on your phones. In fact, hold on. This is not the comedic bit. But I am going to I'm gonna put in a poll. Or prediction. And the prediction is quite simply, is TVCR going to have a bad night tonight? And the answers are yes, no, and what do you think? We'll give 10 minutes just to be safe. I should point out that 2 of those answers are basically yes. Damn. You vote for the meme option? You may be winning that at this rate. Oh, that's Osei. Oh, no. Can't vote for more than one option. Yeah, not a poll. Hello, Mike McMahon. I'll tell you this right now. I'm already doomed myself because I didn't, I didn't do this right. I got the slicer, but nothing to slice with. Double miss. Can I do Aggie? Yeah. That was horse shit. Also, hold on. Is that a fox on the water? Why can they go on the water? It's fucking bullshit. All right, yeah, I think we're going to lose this. I think we're going to lose this. Just a hunch. Yeah. Ironically, we're supposed to split up, but it's actually more beneficial for us to team up. Because they're all heading towards the base. That's the problem. We're gonna have to start this from the very beginning. Yeah. Oh, look out. 6 health. I don't know if we can recover from that. Life-shattering amounts of damage. MVD? Lol. Well, we at least know what to do with Alaroon. Okay, so thought. Thought has occurred. Have the MVD on the... on the bridge. That was what I originally did, right? On the bridge. And then put another higher health demon that doesn't take a lot of damage on the base. Even if it's like a good demon, we do that. And then... Sorry, I'm like thinking over the words I'm saying right now. Yeah. And then we, have a bad time. We have a bad time. Guess where that bird's going. I'm gonna reset. I'm just gonna reset. I can't watch that carnage finish. We know how that's going to end. The bird's gonna take the base and the match is over. I don't need to play that out to know that. So we're just gonna play this again, from the beginning. And I do mean quite literally the beginning, how we left out last time. So, I'm not gonna put the brownie there. I might put Nekomata. Yeah. And then we're still gonna put Stonka on the spawner here. I think that's a given. Brownie will head towards the bridge to get the enemies that can't go over the water. And then... I guess we'd still do a fusion. It's Hanya no matter what. And Noman Sylph make Moryu. I mean... Hold on. Got glare. 18 damage. Good accuracy. So level 13. What will be very funny is if they can use... I need to look at the affinity levels. Okay, so Heretic is at the bottom. So if I attack Heretic, most of them are 100% except for the bird, the other bird, the dragon? I guess? Yeah. Hama. I love that with if you look at the heretic, if a heretic's attacked with Hama, they just fucking die. Not 100, not 50, not 150, not 200. All. Just straight up, doesn't matter. Gone. Oh, there's something I need to check real quick. On OBS specifically. There was a thing I configured earlier, and I just want to make sure that it's working. It is. As far as I'm aware. We'll find out. I love technology so much. Do I want to put... You know what? Yeah, we'll put Naoki in absolute danger. Sure, why not? We'll let Peggle 2 make phone calls while we're at it. Alright, so Tonki is gonna head down here. And we need to get the Maka right here. Yep, 4,000 Maka. Gotta move Momonofu very slowly into position. And then Pixie. Flying over here. See if we can approach from the side. I think that's everything, right? Yeah. So, I will stay streaming until 4. Absolute latest 4 a.m. I have to go to bed at 4. No later. I must be starting the ending by 4. Oh. Did I get message somewhere? I did not. However, I'm in a Discord that talks about Get to Megamitensei a lot. And someone said they saw a video on the game. And the person in the video said it took 200 hours to finish the game. I want to remind people that we're not streaming Get to Megamitensei on Twitch. That is, like, the only game in this entire playthrough series which is not going to be on this channel. Because boobs. And vaganyas. And other things. It's a PC 98 game. So... it is probably the most adult Megami Tensei game you could possibly have. But that means if you do want to watch it, you have to be in the Fine Quality Discord because it's going to only be a series of special days. And unlike Megami Tensei in Order, it's floating for that one. So we're going to be doing different stuff on the stream on Friday. But those bits where I'm actually playing the game or when I have free time to do it. What we could do is we could just move on the stream to run, but also do the playthrough of Get to Megamitensei on the Discord as well. I was planning on doing some things in the interim, though. Like, at one point, there was a plan to... This was when Last Bible... Before Last Bible 3, we're going to be doing the Game Gear version of Last Bible. On actual hardware, by the way. And but that's before last Bible. I was thinking about maybe doing another playthrough of SMT1, but on the original console instead of the iPad, because we're gonna have to fill time. There was also plans to do the Toho fan game, which prior to that game, that's the Arcadia Dreams one. But prior to that, we're gonna have to actually play a Toho game proper, aren't we? Oh look, I have a PC-98 beside me. Those games came out for that originally, right? I think they did. Why don't we do a bunch of the PC-98 Toho games? Except for the first one. The first one doesn't actually start on this machine. The second through the fifth do. It's very funny that the one that is not a bullet hell is the one that doesn't run on a Pentium. Which, need to stress, is basically what those games are designed to run on. You can run them on like a 486. Won't work well for you. Won't work well for you at all. Alright, so we got Stonka into position. I guess we'll do this funky little position here where we have 3 characters basically on this spot, so any demon that walks into this just gets beat the shit out of by 2 guys and a demon. A tiny little brownie demon. Alright, is Momonofu actually able to get onto the street? Yes. Thank you, Undyne. Let me double check what the level for Hanya was. I think it was 7. It was level 9. 59. Sorry, 55 health. I'm going to do that on the assumption that I can also fuse later. Like, fuse with the goblin. Oh, sorry, yeah. That's the gnome, by the way. But yeah, there's some other, like, prerequisite things that we have planned for the playthrough series as a whole. When we get to SMT3, before we even play a fucking moment of it, we have to beat Puzzle Boy. I'm not joking. Not the in-game one. No. I'm talking the original Puzzle Boy for the Game Boy. That somehow only makes it a little bit better. I mean, we go down from up from no luck to 4 luck. I don't know if that's a good bargain. We'll have to see how it plays out. Well, actually, hold on. What's their icon look like? Pagan Soul. I think, you know what? I'm gonna do this too. I don't think what I'm doing is a good idea, but we're still gonna play it out. I haven't saved yet. Yeah, we've gone down 2 levels. We're gonna play it out. Alright. So as long as Stonka doesn't die, we should be at least fine in that aspect. Okay. Waiting for those damn birds to move. Those damn birds are gonna give me a lot of grief. We're specifically singling out the Jatayus, specifically. Oh, that's not good! That's not good! That's not good at all! You saw that, right? Half health, gone. Gone. We may be in danger, chat. No matter how we tackle this. Oh. I was looking for my remote earlier, and I couldn't find it. It was next to the death box. For those who are unaware, that's the name I named for my 240 volt power converter. Because if you fuck around with that, that's what happens to you. That's what happens when you mess with electricity in general, but... I'm gonna hit you. And you know what's funny? Even if they did a regular attack, I think it only left him like, what, 2 or 4 health? Yeah. Damn. I guess I'll just go here and, like, hit it. Yeah. And I guess Ghost can move a bit closer. Now for the ones over here. Tomohiro goes up 1 space. Speed Incense. And I need to make sure I actually have the weapon equipped. Cool. Does it take Alaroon out? No. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. I've just now realized my mistake, but you know what? We're just gonna play it out. Gonna let it ride. Gambling terminology. So, I'm also planning on taking my PC Engine with me when I go visit relatives. And with that, I can work on the games for that I've been kind of slacking on. So, did want to look at Bonk's Adventure because it's one of the few this franchise games developed by Atlas. It's a Red Company game, but Atlas worked on the first title. With a very nice Tsukasa Masako soundtrack to it. And yeah, I think that would be pretty interesting. JJ and Jeff. I also wanted to look a little bit more at silent debuggers with a condition. My dad lives in the middle of farmland. He has a projector set up outside. It's gonna be fucking hot this weekend. I want to do that on the projector. If that makes sense. I think that would be pretty neat. Just work on a speedrun thing. This projector with like speakers set up on the side, so like the sound of the enemies dying just like echoes through the air and just this empty farmland. Just playing this survival horror game for your 8-bit console. Gonna be honest, I wasn't not paying attention to this, but it looks like I made a smart idea. Seems like I made a smart idea. That was a good play, restarting the map. So, currently, the answer to that statement is no. However, we gotta get rid of the birds first in the map, the Chitayus. And then we need to seal that summoning circle with the Osei. And then as long as the base doesn't get, like, obliterated, the answer to that will be no. Actually, it will be no because they can heal. So I think we're fine in that aspect. But we still have the humans to deal with. So the question is, are we going to have a bad time with the humans? $35. I have that speed incense. I might as well use it. I have wisdom and speed. I'm gonna give Kaoru the wisdom incense. I'm gonna give Naoki the speed incense, but not... Actually, hold on. What's their value? They have 11 speed. Naoki has 16 speed. I'm going to use the speed incense. Sorry, it's going up to 18. It said 18. Did it not? But now it says 17. Or maybe it was 16 to 17. Maybe I can't do math. That is a possibility. Magic. Dormina. Oh, you know what? We'll play it. That blew back in my face comically. Okay, so it's 74 damage. So not bad. Oh, I should have equipped the item. They don't have the sword equipped. Imagine if I had the sword equipped. That would have been fantastic. All right, playing it out. And as we're heading into the first ad break, as a reminder, there's various ways you can do with the adding from twitch.tv. Do note Twitch is constantly changing things, so your mileage may vary with these implementations. One note of recent, they've made it to where if you tab out of a browser window of the stream, as in it is not the directly focused window, it won't play ads. Like, it won't play the ads. They will wait till you get back to the window, and then it will continue to play the ads. You have to watch the ads. You can't just let it in the background. There's probably ways around that, so you have to look for it. But there's other things when the ads actually play for you that you could use, such as extensions. Maybe you have picture-in-picture mode. Comes free with the browser. Maybe you could even consider applications like Streamlink, which play the thing in MPV, and also, what's the word? VLC. That's the thing. But if you don't want to deal with any of that, and you just want this damn stream without ads, maybe get some bonus content related to my YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel. I make very interesting little shitpost videos most of the time for video games I play. It's like a weird mix between a Let's Play and a, well, it used to be a weird mix between a Let's Play and a YouTube poop, but that's not really accurate now, is it? I'm gonna raise Vitality. They're very condensed Let's Plays, I'll tell you that. But yeah, you want to get some bonus content related to those, maybe behind-the-scenes stuff for this live stream and that stuff. Maybe even get some bonus videos, work-in-progress prints, early access to the videos I do make, like a week or so. Consider a sub to the fine quality live stream. Not only does it help you out because you get those cool benefits, but it helps me out because most of the stuff I get from the stream usually goes back into it in terms of equipment and things to do on the stream as well. I mean, hell, some of the things I bought at AGDQ was part of the money that I set aside from the stream for that. And I've been getting some stuff done with it, like in terms of like learning stuff and whatnot. In the background. If you don't care about the ads, but you still want to get the bonus content on the Discord, there is also a coffee down below if you'd like to contribute to that as a recurring $5 or $10 membership. With that, I will note that you will get a credit related to the amount of the membership that you do towards speedrun requests and outfit requests, so keep that in mind. And it doesn't build up over time. You have the 5 or 10 a month, and if you don't use it, then and then the next month you get another. So you can't just like hoard up a lot of credit to be like, I'm gonna make him do 100 runs of wheels. No, that's not how that works. Maybe if 10 of you on a 10 tier decided to like collaborate together to make me do 100 runs of wheels, maybe that's the case, but not one person doing that, no. And for the $10 tier, you also get your name at the end of my YouTube videos and any polls I post for what to do next, you get the vote on. It'll be exclusive for you. All right, so we have a hellscape right here, but luckily our most valuable demon is just taking it like a champ. I'm gonna move Naoki back. I don't think I should use that. I think I should use the ointment. Yeah. Cool. MVD attacks Alrune. So I think my backup video, I said it was going to be about the PC 9821. I don't have that here yet. I'm waiting for my tax return to get back before I deal with that. Probably the next video is going to be on, I guess, the stock I got in terms of a bonus video. Or maybe I could do a video on one of the games that was on the drive for this PC 98 right here. Why did I do that? I'm in danger. Yeah, they're fucking dead if they do that. We'll see if they follow the ghost. Alright, that's the only summoning circle for this entire level, so... we goof up, then we goof up. I can go all the way over to here! Miss. 4. 31. Cool. See, the thing is, they're wanting my team, the A team, to be a distraction so the B team can go and just sneak into the base. But that means I'm gonna have to miss out on a lot of cool stuff. Why would I want to do that? It's like eating a Cracker Jack box and then not even having the, looking at the prize inside. Like, why would you do that? Tonight, TBCR says more things that make him sound old. I unironically had someone call me an unk at some point. UNC unk. I could feel the gray hairs in my head, like, growing out. There are a few gray hairs up here. Can't see them, but they're there. Okay. I just now looked at the Discord chat. I saw something about VidMaster. Ah. New marathon game has the VidMaster challenges. That's how you can tell it's a marathon game. Those are some fucked things I'm reading. You have to do those things. Is that Matrix that posted that? Yeah, Matrix, you have to do those things on that? 7 hostile runners in a single run. Oh, Bungie. Hello, Demu Skunkboy. I hope you're having a good Friday. It is now Friday. Hope you're doing well. Single run on the hardest map. Isn't the hardest rap... Ugh. The hardest rap. That's right. We're doing the hardest rap known to man. It's like a circumference of 2 inches. And you gotta put a 5-pound thing of beef in it. Isn't it the marathon? Isn't that the hardest map on that? I need to disappear off the screen for a quick second. I think at this rate we can do a bit of an analysis, right? What will happen first? Me getting marathon into GDQ? Or me actually getting to the marathon in the new game? Which do you think will happen first? With or without help? Well, if it's without help, it's almost certainly going to be getting marathon into GDQ. Oh, we could have actually kept her out. She didn't take a lot of damage. I am going to put Stonka in the field, because I'm kind of curious. $18. That's with a weapon, by the way. 18 with a weapon. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna have Tonki fight the elf. We can't have that much magic, right? That's not elf, that's Tonki. Okay, so elf cannot heal anymore, so I'm gonna hit you. And you're gonna go miss. Okay, 31. 31. I wonder if it would be beneficial for Kaoru to go to where Tomoharu is. So Aya and Naoki here will deal with this fucking mess. Meanwhile, Tomoharu and others can head towards the actual goal, right? I think that might work out. Alright, so Pavlsig and Basilisk. We also have an advisor there. We have one more chest to get. And then we'll be in a good spot. You know, I was also debating on taking the Sharp with me, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it would be very funny to do camel try on the projector as well. Although I don't know if those projectors will really be able to handle it. I mean, if I take the OSSC with it, it might. Could potentially. I'm kind of curious to see if that Alaroon will walk towards the fountain. It probably will. It has a straight shot to it. Good stuff. You fool! You absolute fool. Look at that. Look at that. Gone. Gone. And a rank up. Our most valuable demon becomes even more valuable. Ugh, not gonna recover from that. I honestly thought Elf was gonna go towards the healing thing and then heal back up, but apparently not. Apparently not. I just thought about something. Is that a Yerlinger set on the enemy base? No, that is a Basilisk. Basilisk, specifically. I just had a thought. That PC 9821 that I got on Yahoo Auctions was $400 more on eBay. I want to see if the seller took the listing down. It's not in the seller's possession anymore. It is at the Bai warehouse. And I know someone's gonna be like, you shouldn't have used Bai. I've used them before, and I like how they pack the stuff. So that's why I keep using Bai. It may be a little bit more expensive to ship it, but oh boy, do they ship it well. They shipped a fucking monitor, and nothing was wrong with it until one of the capacitors blew. But that's not on the shipper's fault, so. All right, I want to check this real quick. Do they still have this listing up on here? No. So that was the listing. So I saved $400. Well, I can't even say that because the shipping costs more than the damn computer. Now, to be fair, that does have the tariff implemented into it as well, so. It is a little bit silly to say, you know, that it's entirely more expensive because there is a thing tacked onto it. Are you kidding me? Miss. Ah, no. Very nice. Very nice. Jet sandals? It's the winged sandals of Hermes. Gonna jump the chasm. Oh yeah, if this doesn't take out Turdic, I'm gonna be very shocked. Yeah. All right, so after I'm gonna go ahead and put down that we're not gonna have a bad time tonight. I think the answer to that statement is a resounding no at this point. Oh, will it not let me? No, in submissions. Something went wrong. What do you mean? It won't let me end the prediction. I probably took too long to do it, to be honest. You know, I was thinking maybe, since we're gonna have to have some stuff to do during Get to Megami Tensei's playthrough on the Discord, or wherever we're at by then. I'm like trying to think. There are other versions of the games that I would like to go through. We're not going to be doing the PS1 version of SMT1 because it's basically the same as the Game Boy and iOS version. Just faster frame rate. Maybe we could do... We can't do If anymore because we've done all the playthroughs for If. At least in terms of playing through the games. I will say, there was, and then stopped being, a listing for the PC 8801 version of Digital Devil's Story on Mercari. That listing was up for basically, I think, 12 hours and then got pulled. So, wow. I would like to go back and, like, do a version of the game that doesn't have, like, seizure-inducing blinking to it, you know? I think that would be very nice. Okay, I just went on to Mercari for 5 seconds, and I already hate this listing. Okay. I think I've talked about Fujitsu and their computer, so I have the FM77 AV, which is what Digital Devil's Story came out for. So there's also the follow-up system, which is the FM Towns. And the keyboard, just the keyboard, is being sold for, $482. Oh no. That was some appropriate music for that. I sure do love the used market being in shambles. Yeah, they need to move. They need to move. In fact... take about 2 turns for that. I am gonna have to use the jewel on Stonka. Actually, no, I think I can use Dia with... yeah, with Aya. And they'll bring that up to 61. Because unless there's a crit, then we should be fine. In the other house beside me, my neighbor's like, "It isn't Friday night. Why is he laughing?" You have to be here for it. Sometimes, funny damage. I missed out on FM Towns 2 for like $275. It's not a terrible deal for an FM Towns 2. We'll note that. I bet when I go here, all these enemies will start making their way down here. That just seems like that would be the case. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Nekomata finally out of the safety spot. There's no enemies that realistically are going to occupy it. I'm gonna move Moryu over here. Cool. What is this? FM Towns 1? No, FM Towns 2 with the keyboard. Microsoft Windows ready to run. Oh God. Oh no, oh no. Oh, that's rust. Oh, that's rust. What, is this in a, was this in like a sauna? Did they store it in a sauna? All right, who wants to see the computer with the rust? They noted in the listing, I plugged it in, but the lamps didn't light up. Junk. Okay, junk could mean anything though. But yeah, here's the listing for this piece, FM Towns. Pretty cool. The photo in question is the fourth one. It's unassuming until you get to the fourth image and see the back of it. That is high tier. Oof. Oh, I don't even want to think about how bad the inside looks. The inside of that machine must look decrepit. Absolutely decrepit. And those are the only FM Towns that are on Macari. And just to give you kind of a context in terms of like the shift in pricing for stuff like this. If you go on to everyone's favorite site that likes to overcharge on a lot of things sometimes, eBay, the consoleized version of it, the FM Towns Marty, which has a floppy drive and a CD-ROM drive, and you get a controller, but no keyboard. You can plug in a keyboard, but there's no keyboard normally. What is this? $1,000 as is. Not working. Untested, not tested, console-only rare vintage retro Fujitsu, as is. Oh, thank goodness. Free delivery, though. If it didn't have that free delivery, don't know if we'd be able to get it or not. There's one that's from Japan, in Japan currently. Good condition, free delivery, $485 for the same specific model. I hate the used market sometimes. Hello, Professor Ramses. I hope you're having a good Friday. $62. We had a bad start from the continuation of the partway save, so we restarted the map, and we seem to be having a bit better setup. Yeah. Got a strength incense. Well, I know what I'm doing with that. Momonofu walks up to the plate. Won't be going for super long tonight, though. We're going to go to about 4 a.m., so about 2.5 hours left in the stream. That means we will have one intermission. One singular intermission, and that will be in about 36 minutes from now. 36 minutes from now. For those unaware, maybe you're new to the stream. If that's so, hi. We take an intermission every 2 hours normally. Except for 2.5-hour streams, which are the ones I do in the morning sometimes. Those have no intermission. It's just a straight 2.5 hours, done. But the reason we do 2-hour intermissions is because we really should not be sitting for like 6 hours straight. Don't do that. It's not healthy. Please get up and like stretch sometimes. Oh yeah, I was looking at more FM towns. Case only. Just the case, nothing else. No motherboard, no parts in it. Just the case. $291. Another level up. Well, we're gonna raise strength, right? Why would we not raise strength? It's gonna be Naoki. 54! Alright. After this, we're basically just in the home stretch. Watch, miss. Nah. It would have been very funny if it was a miss, but nah. Alright, so we have 4 enemies remaining in the field. We're gonna just start moving Tonki that way. So they can get healed by... the... yeah. Pixie, that's the word. My mind was blanking. I'm gonna make a save at the conclusion of this turn. So next turn start is gonna be a mid-level save. Okay, I found another keyboard. This is 540, so you don't even get the box with this one. At least with the other one, you were getting the box, you know? Don't even get the luxury of having a box with this one. Alright, I guess we're gonna move our MVD as well. I think the MVD should take on the last set. I know I said I was gonna save, but I'm just gonna get to this advisor first. Whew, Tonki can move pretty far. Is that it? That's it. Magic. No, Magic Dia. There we go. Probably didn't even have to do that, but if the fight's almost over, it doesn't really matter. I see a copy of Operation Wolf. Now, I believe Arc System Works developed one of the ports of that game. And I'm trying to remember which one it was. Ah, shit. I didn't even do that right. All right, first advisor. Here we go. Going around fighting demons, you can do something about that huge dragon. Oh, you want to know how to beat it? You think do you honestly think I would know? It has to have some sort of weak point. I completely paraphrase that entire sentence, but you get it. I think we just get the MVD to walk up and just go bap. And you can do it right. Bap. By the way, just as a note, the secret action has not been uncovered yet. Or rather, I'll say it's a secret effect. When something happens, it will cause something on stream to happen. No, I wish it was MVD. Although, I'll say this. That's a good one. We need to give a name to the brownies so we could like honor it in the MVD command. I think we need to, over the next couple streams, we need to come up with a name for the MVD. It is the brownie. It will forever be the brownie. Our eternal MVD. I'll get like a... I have like this framed picture of a Jack Frost art thing that my sister got from the anime convention that's usually in this area around Memorial Day. And I have it framed, and it just says, "My son." It's just a Jack Frost sleeping. I'm gonna put this image next to it. It's just our eternal MVD, and it's just gonna be a screenshot from the game with the brownie. Just jumping for joy. I'm thinking about that now, and it's such a good idea. Yeah, we need to come up with a name for the MVD over the next couple of streams. Almost certainly. A posture check, I see. I'm actually sitting as far back as I can. It may not look like it, but yeah, I'm sitting very far back right now. Go as far back as I can, because if I go any further back, I'll be flying off the back of this. This little seat, like one of those little bike seats I'm sitting on. Very, very uncomfortable for long periods of time. You got to stand up sometimes, you know. Oh, for chat and you two. Okay. Well, we have that. We'll have that dedicated one not too long from now. All right, I'm gonna move. I would like to move the MVD a bit closer before I actually go. I'm gonna bring the eBay page back up for the FM Town stuff. I'm gonna put newly listed. I'm also gonna save this search because I would like to actually see what shows up on this. Unfortunately, considering that I typed in FM Towns, it specifically shows up audio equipment radio, Lincoln Town Car. Yeah, I can play Camel Tree on this Lincoln Town Car. It's pretty good. All right, I've saved the correct search this time. You gotta make sure you put it in quotation marks. I'm just gonna intern. What's the lowest price thing? I know Ray Zanber is like a very notable game for the system, and there's a lot of copies of that game. Yeah, there's a lot of copies of that game. Bunch of freeware discs. It did run DOS and Windows. Like, by the end of its life cycle, it was essentially just like a... The actual FM Towns part was basically a card on the system. So you could take it out of the FM Towns and like plug it into just some box standard Windows box, and you could turn it into an FM Towns. You could play FM Towns games on it. That's why that specific card is very sought after if it's just by itself. It's kind of like the PCFX as well from NEC. All right, we're gonna make a hard save after this, because if I don't, I'm going to make a terrible mistake. I have a feeling. There's some discussion in the Marathon Runs Discord I need to check real quick. Because again, we had new people show up in the Discord today, wanting to learn the first Marathon. Maybe even the other games, but the first Marathon in particular. Ah, okay. Yeah, they're still talking about how to rebound the inventory keys. Ah, damn it. I didn't do it. You know what? Fuck it. We're just going to go into it. Go, Brownie. Go. Yeah! Momonofu, go! $51. 2. And Tonki can hit twice. Consider that. I swear, if I get through this entire game with the Brownie in my team and is just being like the big team member for the whole game, I'm going to literally lose my shit. Like, quite legitimately lose my shit. Now we're gonna find out if me doing what I did just then is a bad idea. No, it isn't. It can't attack diagonally. That being said, we're gonna move. Move it a little bit. Gonna wait for the turn to finish up, having a think. Oh, here we go. That's dead. Not big surprise. All right, rank up. Fighting Momonofu. Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. There's something about that game that's kind of interesting. So, what if I told you, I can't remember if it's the first volume or the second volume one, has Bill Corbett from Mystery Science Theater on it. Just plays a character. This was pre, run on MST3K. Yeah, Bill Corbett did acting in Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. I'm gonna double check which one it is. Yeah, a couple of platforms that came out for Mac, Sega CD. There's a DVD copy. Amiga CD TV. So, Amiga. Because it's just an Amiga 500. I don't know why they didn't just put Amiga there, but alright. PC Engine. DOS. And the FM Towns. Yeah, well, I think Starship Titanic was entirely his, like, idea. I think he was, like... I wouldn't say he was, like, the game lead, but he was definitely one of the big designers for it. Yeah, was it, trying to remember. Let's see, Bill Corbett. I really do want to see which one it was. I think it was Volume 2. What's a bit hard to do is the fact that, oh, it's not listed, but I know he's in it. I know he's in the game. Because I'm pretty sure that him doing that game is also why they had him do the voice that he did for Observer. It was the original one. Yeah. Plays one Philip Travis in the game. So yeah, the one for the FM Towns has Bill Corbett in it. Small world. It's only $90. $35 shipping, but still. But yeah, I'm like trying to think of like, you know what I could do? We go through Persona 1, right? This is in talking about Get to Megami Tensei. Since we're on the subject of Japanese home computers. Again. Why don't I set it up to where I try to find the PC port of Persona 1, because that does exist. ASCII published it, I believe, the same year as Get to Megami Tensei. And it's a buggy fucking mess. Good news! I can buy a copy right now for $177. Which, considering how rare that port is actually a good deal. And you know why I say that? Because the other listing is almost $500. That's how good deal territory we're at right now. Oh, wait, I can talk. I forgot. Oh, no, level's too high. Never mind. But yeah, we could do that during that period. I've just been trying to think of things that we could do, you know? It'll come to me. Well, going against Tomoharu again. Keep in mind. Can attack more than can't attack more than once. Oh, they have to have very high speed if they can do that. Very, very high speed. I'm guessing what the seller means by insufficient menu is it doesn't come with the manual for this game. Yeah. Oh, Brownie actually took damage. Oh, no. All right. Bite. Did you see that number? Okay. That's a number. Oh, God, my head. That was indeed a number. Let's see what this other person had to say. See that Grim Drake thing can kill you in one hit? It's like a stealth bomber. I think the stealth bomber is Tonki. Oh, boy. Enemy garrisons. Sorry. Enemy garrisons all that's left in the work never ends. You got that right. Oh my God, my head. That's if we're right up against the break, that's gonna be very funny. Right up against the break. We got like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We gotta go back to the shop. I gotta buy items. And we also have to sell items. Well, can we buy equipment? No, we can. We need to get it for, let me just double check real quick. Oh, Momonofu can take the Arbalest. Don't they have General Sword at the moment? I mean, I can get another one. It's not that much money. Kevlar armor. It would be very funny if the ghost could wear armor. Be extremely funny if the ghost could wear armor. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy 20 of these. Because I just have enough money for all this. So I don't have to do this for a long-ass time. I will keep these at 10, though. Yeah, keep these at 10. Shinto water is... treats petrification. Prayer beads was... treats binding. Alright. Not bad. Well, what can we sell at the moment? I don't know if I want to sell that. This item is cost 0 maca. I feel like that's an important item if it has a cost of nothing. You know? Oh, Scorpion Whip. If only it was like the one in the other games where you can actually attack more than once with it. Alright. And I guess we're gonna go to Rag Shop. And then we'll take a preview of the next level. But we're not gonna fight it until we come back from break. And get a jewel. Okay, so we have jet sandals. I need to actually see what I can do with the jet sandals. We already have Scorpion Whip. Viking helmet. Don't mind if I do. We can have the brownie wear a Viking helmet. Yes. Yeah. We can have the brownie wear a Viking helmet. That's a fantastic idea. Brownie wears the Viking helmet. Pixie wears the Viking helmet. God, I wish I could actually visualize shit in my head. This would be the perfect time. But just the thought, give the brownie the Viking helmet is just... You can't say no to that. That's too good of an idea. Got the jet sandals. Just gonna go through this and do equip best. Just to make sure everyone's got their best item. Now, why is that the case? Explain this. Why is this the best? Accuracy goes down to 116. Crit goes down to 12. Oh no, it's at 22 currently. Okay. Yeah, we'll try Scorpion Whip. Just gonna go through each of these and just equip the appropriate items. To no surprise, the ghost can't carry shit. Our MVD remains the same. Nekomata remains the same. Pixie remains the same. Alright, so before we go take our intermission, which is slowly approaching us right now, about 6 minutes, let's see what we have in Shibaura? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Shinagawa's right there. Let's see what we got. By the way, intermission, since we also alternate between 5 and 7 minutes, This intermission is 7 minutes in length. Please, please, please take the time during this intermission to actually get up and stretch and do things. Do not, again, sit here and just, you know, wait patiently for the stream to get back. I don't want you to get DVT. That's like a horrific way to go. Please don't get DVT. In order to make sure that Kaoru's plan would succeed, team had to make it to Shiba Ura. Invasion at the Rainbow Bridge would play a pivotal role in success or failure of the plan. And our demons spawn over here. Okay, I need to put Brownie... I need to summon Brownie near the end. Oh no, I need to... No. No. I need... Wait, which spot is that? I can't tell. I guess we're just gonna have to play this out. But anyway, we have our demons summoned. Here are the following demons in this map. We have Black Ooze. Right there. I guess this is the Rainbow Bridge. Oh dear. Got some Fures. Got some Selenos. Got some Ho-Ohs. Very interestingly, I cannot go for this treasure unless I have a demon that can fly. So I'm gonna have to recruit a demon this level. I don't get a choice. We have a summoning circle with an Orthrus next to it. We have Dwarf right there. Not a lot of enemies, but 2 Yearlingers protecting a lone elf who's at the base. Another summoning circle. And we got 1 chest in the whole map. Oh, sorry, 2 chests in the whole map. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. And 1 advisor right there. So we're gonna see what they have to say, and then we're gonna make a save at the beginning of our turn, and then we're gonna go take intermission. Certainly looks like the diversion turned out to be a success, but did it really work? Looks so. There's not a lot of enemies. Realize what's going on and send in reinforcement. Have to cross the bridge quickly. And I mean, we're going to take like 2 hours to do it. Can't screw this up. We only got 1 shot at this. No, we got multiple shots. It's called Reset the Console. Been interested in visiting this bridge. Too bad there's no time to take in the sights. No, you could take the time to take in the sights. I just said we're going to take about 2 hours to finish this fight anyway. Be honest with you, I'm afraid of heights. You're afraid of heights? Really? You got acrophobia on top of amnesia? He doesn't have amnesia! How do you even manage? How do you even manage? You like heights? I bet you want to go skydiving, huh? Cypher, there's only... there's only 2 things that fall from the sky. Bullshit. Bird shit and assholes. Whoa! What is up with this fucking group of people? Just hurling insults at each other. Holy fuck. This game's writing is amazing. I'm just gonna say that now. This game's writing is fucking amazing to read. What's your problem? You're my problem. Let him have at it. Don't hold back. No, please hold back. We need to actually continue with the game. But we need to save first. Alright, when we come back... Also, there's a slight change to this. Well, there's been multiple changes to this outfit. I don't know if you've noticed one of them. It's been in plain sight the whole time. This is a little bit different. There's another difference because when we come back in a bit... Oh, I'm not on the screen. I'm on the screen now. Oh, you can't even see them. I got a haberdasher. Is it no, haberdasher would be hats. Shoemaker. That's the word. Shoemaker. I got a shoemaker to change my shoes a little bit. I was worried about stubbing my toe, right? Worried about stubbing my toe. So I got them to add some caps on the boots. At the bottom. Got those, like, kind of like the boots that the... I forgot what I was about to say, but yeah. We got intermission coming up with cool shoes. And we'll come back, we'll do more of Majin Tensei 2 Spiral Nemesis on this fine quality live stream from TBCR Productions. To which I say, well, first we need to get that damn timer going. We'll be back in a bit, so join us in a bit, won't you? I'm back a couple seconds early. I took the time, as you should have been during this break, walking around, packing my bag, my work bag for work tomorrow, since I didn't work at the office today because I was off. I'm working at the office. Well, I didn't work in the office yesterday. I'm working in the office today. That way I don't have to I don't want to be at my house all week, all right? So I'm going into the office today. I need to see if the desk I usually reserve is actually reservable. Let me check that now. This app takes forever to load, by the way. Yes, it is available. It's like a little office room that I reserve when I go in to the office. Enclosed space, has a door. I'm able to really focus the fuck in when I'm in that room, but I can't put in an accommodation request for that because I know for an absolute fact they're going to tell me no. Because working in an office full-time is generally only allowed for, like, managers and whatnot. Which is kind of like a weird thing, because, like, a lot of the managers for, like, my team don't even, like, show up at the office, so, like, Like, just let me use the office. That there's a noticeable, like, increase in my productivity when I'm working in the office. And there is a noticeable not as much productivity when I'm not working in the office, even with medication. Kind of makes sense to let me work in the damn office. You know? It just makes sense. But you know what also makes sense? That we haven't had the special action, the secret action happen. You do the secret action, and a very funny effect will happen. We've had some people try some things, but they haven't figured it out. Still got about a little less than 2 hours left on this stream. How can they hover over and make sure they're in charge? Levitation, Maverinthia. There's a special action. I was in Rurudo today, and I've set up a little funny action. Very funny action. However, it is tied. It can only be activated by a specific thing. There will be other ones in the future, do not worry. But this one's tied to a specific thing. And when that thing is done, by the way, not able to test this, by the way, in terms of the actual implementation. I was able to make sure that the effect worked, but I have not been able to test if the cause causes the effect. There's reasons for that. It could be something else. There's a lot of things related to the stream that it could be related to. There's some other things that we're going to be doing in the future. This is just an initial test of an idea, and we'll see how it goes. I like this ratcheting screwdriver. It's a Walmart brand one, but it's actually really nice. Like, it doesn't have a lot of, like, you know when you, like, move it left and right, try turning it left and right before it ratchets? It actually has, like, a decent amount of stuff to it. It was only $5. It's not the posture check, but I am sitting in my... Well, I'm sitting as well as I can be in this chair. Time to burn points. Drop the ratchet, it will go clank. I don't want to do that. It'll break something. Anyway, we're back with more Majin Tensei, so better turn the damn television on, or PVM. Turn the music on, and get back to, you know, it's just on the tip of my tongue, and it'll come to me. You gotta burn hella points. Good luck. That's not it. That's not it. It's not it, but... Hi, Mom. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get these oozes out of the way so they're not gonna cause us any issues. God damn it, Matrix! I want to point out, I cannot even do that at the moment. It will not let me do that. So, when I get the little notification on my dashboard that the ad roll is available, you can thank Matrix for that. Yeah, I quite literally cannot do that. You're gonna have to wait a bit, Matrix. I forgot, wait, how long? No, if it is, you will know if it is the action because something will allegedly immediately happen as soon as it happens. I know what it is. There will be an actual visual thing that will happen on the stream when it happens, right? Let's see. I need to double check real quick what the length of time was for that thing that you just redeemed. Well, that would be kind of impossible. Oh, it's a 3-minute ad break. Okay, thank you, thank you. You can thank Matrix for a 3-minute ad break, everyone. By the way, no one else can redeem that. That is a one-shot thing. How to be the center of attention and get everyone to yell at you. Redeem the thing. Oh, by the way, though, I did want to mention, because Mavranthia brought up the speedrun request menu. If you want to have a potential for your run to get shown on the stream next weekend, not this coming up weekend, but next weekend, need to make sure you have your speedrun requests in by this Friday stream, because you're watching it next Friday. Because we do have a decent list so far. I will note that. Let me bring that up real quick. Currently, I believe we're going to start with Spin Dizzy. We did Easy Dizzy last stream. So, we're going to do all clusters advanced when we start on the 28th. Yeah. Okay, I have to, this is very weird. I have to, like, move things up very oddly. All right, the current queue is as follows. We have Spin Dizzy World, All Clusters Advanced, Chaos Engine, Preacher, Mercenary. Hey, I'm submitting that to GDQ. Skynet. We have Rot. Degeneration. 2 runs of Fort Boyardee. And then 5 runs of Wheels. So those can potentially go by pretty quick. Also, that Rise of the Triad run is extreme rot, so I'm gonna actually have to, like, practice that. Oh, that El Oscuro fight is hell. I wish there was an exclamation point gnome. I really wish there was. That would be a pretty good one. I guess we're gonna have to start moving. You know what I'm about to say. Our most valuable demon needs to move to step up to the plate. And we'll put a Nekomata on the base here. We will need one human. Maybe even two. Give random thing like short info about the gnome desktop. Speaking of the gnome desktop, as of gnome 50, X11 is not provided anymore as a session type. You can only start gnome 50 with Wayland. That is your trivia about gnome. And that's a very recent thing. Gnome 50 like came out this week, I think. Well, I see a donation on the bottom. Thank you, Thren, for your donation to Honeybird's fundraiser. And we're going to see what we have here. That was not the secret action, though, but I do thank you for your contribution. Personally, I agree with that. It should be able to be a one-to-one thing in terms of, like, compatibility with X11 stuff. For some reason, I'm not doing that. You have 2 runs. Chub Gam! Yeah! We got Alien Cabal. And Chub Gam 3D, baby! Director's cut. I am excited now. I'm excited for next Saturday. We could do Chub Gam! As long as Fort Brera D doesn't give us hell. There's like 2 games, or 3 games in that lineup that are gonna be fun if they give me any trouble. I have to have the SETA thing. Real quick. There we go. Father Force's Wild Ride. No throwing. Might break a window. That was a silly joke. Very silly joke. Not the silliest joke on this stream, but silly joke nonetheless. You're inspiring me though to add some like mini ones, some secret ones. Well, currently I'm trying to like. The thing is, I have to move things off of Nightbot. I would like to stop using Nightbot, if at all possible. But Mix It Up is a bit weird on my computer when it comes to the exclamation point commands for some reason. What I might do is, I was thinking about maybe doing maybe a command that shows the Japanese home computers I have and what their specs are. I was trying to move off a Nightbot. Well, Mix It Up's on a Windows machine, ironically. Oh yeah, in addition to the this being a little bit different, I haven't explained what the difference with the outfit is. It has the meshy look to it now. You can't tell because very far back. Yeah, funny CGI Funny Man app. Although I will say that Spout Pipewire thing is making a lot of good progress on it so far. Lena, the developer of it, is in the Naruto Discord, actually, talking about stuff with people in the Linux thread on there. It's exciting times. Hello, Slighton. How is the engine been very chaotic for you today? I know we were discussing about it earlier. I'm gonna actually pack like my bag proper. To make sure stuff. 2.4 is existing. 2.4 is always existing. It was giving me trouble last night. We really need to figure out how to like get that to where it's consistently doable. Because I will say that 2.4 seems to be a bit of a headache. I guess we're just gonna keep everyone here until we get these enemies out of the way. By the way, Slang, you did see in our in the big group DM related to SGDQ that registration, hotel block, and yeah, submissions start 1 p.m. EDT. Okay. The plan is I'm gonna just book the hotel room on my work machine. I can do that. And once I can secure the hotel room for that, I can then start looking into hotels in Chicago for when I have to be there for like 2 separate days. There's this nice restaurant right next to Union Station in Chicago. Very nice, like, oatmeal bowl that you can get there. With all the fruits and whatnot in it. Fruit and granola and the almonds. Yeah, that's also a heads up for people here that are thinking about potentially attending the event. You must, if you're planning on going to the event and doing a hotel room, you need to book it tomorrow. GDQ events are quite literally one of the best parts of my year in terms of like going out of the house. I keep saying they are my vacations, and that is not a lie. I don't even call like the 3-day weekends like a little vacation. That's just a 3-day weekend. GDQ is a vacation because it is 1 to almost 2 weeks where my fucking ass is not in the seat and I'm out doing things related to this stuff, related to speedrunning, with people that are as passionate about it as I am. Did you see Yay, we got the Rick Moranis face. Yay. Thank you, Maverinthia, for the 10 bits. That was not the secret action. But I love that face. The 5 Neat Guys sketch is still my favorite sketch from SCTV. Those fucking faces they make at the end. I may even hold a GoPro for someone else's world record. That is true. As a reminder, the current killing time world record has Slighton holding a camera for half an hour. And it was so I could beat the world record I had made on stage, recorded on world record on stage. I think I was like one of the few world records that event. Which it was such a relief for that. I mean, there was a technical hell before because like the Mac Mini didn't want to boot. I had the Power Mac or the Power Book with me, so a positive for taking 2 Macs with me to an event. And obviously Skynet kind of fell apart near the end. At least in my opinion, it kind of fell apart near the end. I can't reach any of them. Scorpion Whip. Scorpion Whip. Very nice. I had a joke related to Bufu. You can probably guess what it was, but I'm not going to say it, but... Wow, it didn't meet Bufu's expectations, but... That wasn't even the joke. I'm going to ding the bell. I'm sorry. Maeve Renthia, I have an update for you specifically. I am looking into the head pat thing. I know you keep trying to do the redeem. For that, I'm looking into it. That's the one command, or the one redeem in the future, but I don't have it at the moment. Also, there's another change that's been going on during this entire stream. Have you noticed it? Have you noticed anything other than my head like inflated a little bit? The game looks like it melted. Is the background not being Loki? No, the background's Loki. We got Loki in the background. But no, there's something about me in particular that's been going on this entire stream, and I'm surprised no one's picked up on it yet. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna see if anyone would notice, but we're like 3 hours into this and no one's noticed it yet, almost. Let's see. I still don't get why my head inflated earlier. That was very bizarre. Just added Wii games today. I think I can recruit Ho now. I can't remember what their attack was. Oh, those are manticores. Hair, no glasses. I forgot I wasn't even wearing my glasses. No, the circles are the same. Hair's the same. I will say I adjusted the blur a little bit, but that wasn't what I was going to talk about. There's a little bit of a blur, kind of like depth of focus type of thing going on here. But no, that's not the thing. That's not the secret thing, and it's not the other thing. I'm surprised no one has their eyes on the prize at this point. Uh-oh. Game looks like it's using a tensei filter. Oh! That might actually be the case. Hold on. I may have to use the scan lines for a bit. I hit the button on the RetroTink, I think, earlier in the week. That is solely in the RetroTink, all hardware. Changing tracking and animation. There was clarity for a second. All right, hold on. Pretend we're at the eye doctor for a second, all right? Pretend we're at the eye doctor. Does number 1 look better? Or number 2? Number 2? Number 3? Number 1? Number 2? And number 3. 2. Still can't see the hot air balloon where they're just pushing air against your eye the whole time, Matrix. Their machine's not working right. You think 2? I'm gonna shock you right now. This was the setting before I changed it. Two and 3 look like. It's not surprising. All right, we're gonna attack Seleno. Lamau. Is Seleno also a dark demon? No, they're chaos and neutral. All right, fam. Okay, so we're not doing a negotiation. Hold on, I am gonna get closer to Nekomata. We're gonna try to go for Seleno for recruitment. Oh, no, wait. I have Tomoharu. Oh, no. Level's too high. All right. Well, I guess that Seleno's just going to have a bad end. Zan. Borders between tiles were less pixelated. 2 and 3 were the strongest. Okay. Yeah, this should be component capture. Oh, you know what? Some of these plugs are loose. Hold on. Disappearing off the screen. Come on, you piece of shit. Plug in. I'm so glad I got these component cables. I'm gonna be honest with you, because the cables I have plugged into this fucking thing are too short.
My combination component video optical cable. It belongs to me now.
You'll never guess how much I spent on this. That's right. $3 for 6 feet. $3. Gold-plated. And I know that's like very little gold actually used in something like this, but still gold-plated. Actually, you know what? Hold the thought. I'm gonna open this up right now. We're testing something. I wonder if the cables are going bad. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have alternate cables. Hold on. Yeah, I got a second set right here. These don't go far enough, though. Yeah. These don't go far enough. Like, they go a decent bit, but they don't go far enough. Alright, I need to go quickly grab a pair of scissors. Hold on. Alright, good news and bad news. Good news is I found a cutting utensil. The bad news is these are wire cutters. Wire cutters. I think a lot of those things are still... Those commands are just the default ones. I haven't changed them. We have the cables. That's amazing. I like clicked on it and then like a puff of dust flew out. Oh no. Oh god, there's like dust flying out of how does dust get in? Okay, I see how. I have to ask the Dank Pods question. Can you believe no one bought this? Oh, this is gonna end in disaster. And it's got that fun packaging that everyone loves. We have to basically, like, do open surgery on it. You know the one, right? Actually, here's a cool top tip. Don't bother with that. You just go to where the little rod goes into the little section at the top. And you just cut in from there. And that makes it a lot easier to get into this. Because then, you only have to go through enough to get to the contents inside. And that's it. Mate Frenthia, I will give you a hint. It's nothing to do with the Nightbot commands. That's your hint. It's not a Nightbot command. I was not going to try to go through the hassle for that. Yeah, all the commands that are exclamation points would be Nightbot. Because I don't have any set up in Mix It Up specifically. Ah! Fuck! It like just ripped open and then just like sharp bitch just went into my hand. Ugh. Get that crap out of here. Ah! Come on! Ah! That was not worth it. That hurts so fucking much. Ugh. Come on. Okay, so I have the cabling out of the thing, right? We have our glorious 6 feet of very nice. It's rubber tubing or plastic tubing, but very nice cabling. Oh, the optical cable see-through. Oh, that means when you shoot like light through it, it might illuminate the whole thing. That's kind of cool. Do I have an idle animation now? No. No, I have tried looking into that though. It's just I used to have one for what was it? VC face before I moved off of it. But I don't have one on here. No. I know how to do it. It's just I've not had the time to really implement it. All right. Game feed's going to cut out for a moment. Just as a heads up. Is that red or blue? That's red. I know that one. That's blue. Come on. Go in. And then green. Yes, I heard the static noise in the background. All right, I just gotta wire this cable through a thing, and then we can test this out. Should I be doing this live on camera? No. Am I gonna do it anyway? Yeah. Because why not? Alright, here we go. Blue, red, and green, which is the sync signal. All right. Whoa. Lost my balance. Why is it in black and white? I see why. It's on S video. It's a lot crisper in S video. That's composite. And this is component. You know what? You know what? Oh yeah, it blinks. But there's no like sleeping. Yeah, I think the cable was wearing out. This is a new cable, essentially. So, but have you noticed something with the blinking? You're on the right track. It does blink. Have you noticed something about the blinking? The eyes move? I mean, if that would be a bad thing if they didn't, but it's supposed to be me touching my nose. God, I wish I had like VR trackers. It's not just the whole. It's not just the head. It's the whole body. All right, yeah, that looks a lot nicer. Yeah. Oh no, not Nuki. Oh no. I'm trying to remember the thing about Nuki. Is it the executive producer doesn't like people talking about the movie or showing footage from the movie? Who's that producer? I used to know the name of the producer, and now I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the producer. You curious about the difference between 2 and 3? Well, we can check it real quick. Okay, Manos. That's the very funny thing about Manos is because like Manos cannot be the worst movie ever just because of the fact that like it has a plot that you can follow remotely, and there's enough about the film that's funny. Like, don't get me wrong, Manos is still bad, but there is aspects of it that are still entertaining enough to be able to watch it, right? Manos is like one of the quintessential bad movies, but I would not say if it's worse. I always like to put John Landis's The Stupids way higher in the list of the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. That is a movie that has led me to throw furniture in a house before. IB Area, movie made notable by Def Grips, who sampled parts of the movie in one of their tracks. It is a film of all time. Meta the Change. Perfect example of a film that I think is actually worse than Manos. Because, like, I think the thing with Manos is that the humorous and interesting parts of the film are throughout the film, right? Meta is, the funny stuff is at the beginning of the film, and then it kind of gets to a point where everyone just kind of like gets quiet while watching because they're just taking in what they're watching, and then it clicks. And they look at me and they're like, why? Get you a movie where people look at you and go, why? Or, more notably, when I showed it to my cousin, they looked at me and said, you fucking piece of shit. Because Meta is one of those movies where it doesn't seem apparent what is wrong with it. But then you think about it. And the longer it sits in your head, it simmers, it ferments. Oh, God. Also, Meta is as niche of a film. I am aware of 5 copies that exist. I own one of them. Honeybird and Ripchip own the other one. Local collaborator of mine, CKT 1138, owns another copy of Meta the Change. And then the other 2 were sold on eBay. I don't even think you could even buy it on eBay. I'm gonna be like, oh no, if I see a copy of Meta the Change on eBay. Because then I'm gonna be like, hey, you wanna watch quite literally one of the worst fucking movies ever made? Here you go. Good news, it's not being sold on eBay. I put the copy of Meta the Change next to my copy of Mr. Blobby that some anonymous person bought for my stream. From my throne, by the way. And, yeah. Maverinthia, I know you're just testing stuff, but, since you did redeem it, you can even though it was just for testing, you can still ask for a specific run. I'm still gonna honor it. I think it's only fitting that I honor that. I have realized I have made a mistake. Oh wait, Undyne! Undyne can go in the water! Ah! Could be any run. Base, I think it's just base run. It's not any of the constraints or add-ons. It's just the base run, but it could be any of the games on there. And a reminder that Spin Dizzy, Easy Dizzy, you can pair this up with the run. Okay. I have docs open. Final-ish ad break coming up. All right, I have your spot listed on the list. You're gonna be run number 10 on the queue. Run number 10. I have a lot of games I have to practice within a week. Holy shit. How many individual games? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different games. And have them in mostly ready state by next Saturday. I mean, Spin Dizzy's gonna work out because I'm taking Spin Dizzy with me. Regular outfits. Yeah, those are the ones that I most commonly switch to. Just like, I'll start a stream and I'll just be in the outfit. Or did I misspell it? I wouldn't be surprised if I misspelled it. I am a master of words, you know. Also, a lot of those outfits are ones that I explicitly made. Except for the Aleph one, that was made by someone else. I made the Marathon outfit, that's Majin Tensei 1 outfit. I actually have to pay attention to what's going on in the game. That ghost is almost fucking dead. The Nakajima outfit I made, and then Pika made the Kurukazaka outfit. No, that is any outfit. You can pick any outfit, because you pay with time on that one. So you can pick any outfit on that list. I am looking for suggestions for new ones because I don't really know which ones would be great for. No, they're dead. Okay, we gotta get that Manticore dealt with. Mill Knight and Spin Dizzy. Okay, which Spin Dizzy do you want? And I will even let you pick the X68000 version for the Easy World or Easy Dizzy. Yeah, they couldn't ruin the base's day as well. And luckily, Nekomata doesn't take damage, so... Camel Tree is on there now. Yeah, that is... As I am submitting that for SGDQ, it is only fitting that it is on the list. Camel Tree! I just put it in exclamation points. And I'm officially calling this this category all stages normal. No paddle. Or paddleless. Or no paddle. Oh, need your can fix? You know what? I'm gonna give you your can fix. I was gonna use regular music, but just for this run, gonna give you that can fix. I'm gonna make sure I put a note on this. Can music, you fuck. So when I look at this later, I'll be like, why did I write this? Oh yeah. All right, you're in the list. Now, I will note, for the people that stay till the end of the stream, I was not planning on having the guessing game for the next stream, so I will reveal what the thing is at the end of the stream. We'll be on the desk when I do it. I think you will enjoy it. It is very, very silly. I forgot, this doesn't work, right? Yeah, no damage. I had to remember, you know? I guess I'm just gonna end turn. Yeah, I guess so. We need Undyne to not take a death. If Undyne takes a death, we have to go back. Because Undyne is the only character that can actually cross water. And I just thought about this. After we get most of these enemies out of the way, we can have Undyne just go across. Take a lot of turns, but can go across. And now we continue. I'll say this. I feel like if, when people figure out what it is, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that will take advantage of that. You'll see what I mean. Because they think they'll be... We gotta go back with that. That's my only... Pixie, no! I can't believe my poor Pixie's dead. That was a considerable length as well. And guess what? I fell for the megamitensei pratfall. I didn't save. Except at the beginning of the fight, meaning we had to start the whole thing over again. Save you, Muppet. It just got me thinking about a Muppet TBCR. Also, a Jack Frost TBCR would be very funny. You just got a Jack Frost in this fucking outfit with the vest. And the hair. Those would be very cool and funny. I wish I had, like, I don't think doing the Jack Frost in Live 3D would be that doable. Maybe it could, I don't know. I think just the main issue is that I haven't been able to, like, really tackle learning, modeling at all. I I purchased a hands-on, in-depth, like, modeling course for, like, low poly. And it's just been sitting, gathering dust. I'm in the Discord for it. I've just not done any of it because I just don't know where to start. And it's one of those things where you buy it and, like, they just keep adding stuff to it. You don't have to buy more to it. You just get more content. It is great that we have, like, educators for stuff like that out there. There's just, like, you know, you don't have to buy a new version of each course. Like, we just give you the new material. Make cool stuff. Not science fiction. Real. For certain people. Oh, I leveled up. I guess we'll raise, Ooh, that's a big increase. That's 9 points. I guess we're raising magic by 1. Mahazan! Ooh. That changes things very slightly. I wish I had the bird. Stonka! We already have Stonka. And there they are! We can get Puka. Look at that luck stat. 15 luck. Chat, I might actually trade Stonka for Puka. Because Ghost is going to kill over anyway. We might as well get something that can actually fight back worth a shit. It's a bit of a dip in health. But I'm fine with that. It's level 21. Actually, no, I think it's an increase, actually. I know, I'm so sorry I interrupted that very intense scene. Apologies. All right, I need to, oh, yeah. I forgot because it just popped up. So here's the deal. Some of you may have recalled earlier that Matrix redeemed a very particular thing. And, it's been about 54 minutes ago. The fascinating thing is, since I forgot that we had an ad break just then, I cannot use it. So, I need someone to remind me in the next, 15 minutes. So bottom of this hour to please check the thing. We have to do that redeem. I love having a timer for 15 minutes. I had to, like, look at that very carefully. It was like, how can I construct this word? 60 minutes. Superior time unit. That's right. Metric time units. No, Mouth Sounds is the Neil C. album. I'm being a smartass. Is that Two-Tie joking about potentially finishing Durandal in the Marathon Runs Discord? Okay, do I have to explain what finish Durandal means? Because there is, like, various interpretations as to what Durandal means. I didn't know it was, like, a character in, like, a gacha game until, like, a year or so ago. Two-Tie, back in the early era of me doing speedrunning for Marathon, would keep saying, gonna finish Durandal. Wouldn't finish Durandal. So the phrase was, Two-Tie, finish Durandal. And, yeah. When I usually say finish Durandal, that's what I'm referring to. I even said that at the end of my, my run of Durandal at GDQ was, you need to finish Durandal. Can Puka go across the water? No! Absolute shame. Whoa, holy shit. Zooming. That is true. Once you are done with Durandal, you must finish Durandal again. And so on and so forth. We are all in a state of finishing Durandal. One simply does not finish Durandal. The Durandal is silical. Well, even if you haven't finished, by the fact of you thinking about Durandal, you are now needing to finish Durandal. That is the thing about it. Like, all roads lead to not only Saul, but Durandal. Actually, I'm gonna keep Puko right there. I do need to do something with Ghoul, or the Ghost. Probably gonna move it back over here. Probably move it over to this side. All is as Durandal. That's so true. That's what the one prophet said on the big mountain. He told me that, and then he pushed me, and then I fell down. Got a little scratch on my knee. Ooh. I guess I'm gonna move our MVD. Because I can't have them just sitting over here the whole time. We need to get to the Yearlingers. In fact, I think the MVD is going to be the only demon that makes the journey over there. Because I have ointment now. What's the difference between 2 and 3? I'm glad you brought that back up because I actually forgot. All right, here we go. Number 2. Oh, sorry, this is number 2. The other one was number 1. Oh, no, it was 2. I'm bad at counting. I think we found that out. It was 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. So this is scan line. And this is what we were on. How did that get worse immediately? Chad, I think something silly's going on. Did it not just get blurrier from me pressing this button? That's got like a little bit of like smoothing going on. What the fuck? Yeah, tile borders got smoothed out. All right, there we go. All right, our MVD steps up to the plate. Again, it's gonna be extremely tragic when that demon dies. Because it's inevitable. That's going to happen in this game. I just love the little dances they make. So good. I forgot. Pixie and this make Goblin, right? No, Kokukucho. I may give up Pixie for that fusion. 3 and 11, and makes a 12. Fine blur, multi sprites. Well, there's only 3 settings, 3 buttons. 3 button doinks on this. I think it's just, what is it? Unmessed with. And then filtered, and then scan line. If I had to guess. All right, we're gonna do this. By the way, we have to watch the whole cutscene. We can't skip this. Speaking of redigitalize, that one Digimon World game actually got put on the thing. All right, it's available, everyone. It's available. We're gonna go 3 extra minutes past 4, just because of Matrix. So I must unfortunately skip back to this screen because we have to take exactly 3 minutes. I'll put 3 minutes and like 10 seconds. Because yeah, Have a good night, Thrin, and for everyone that's about to experience what's about to happen, please thank Matrix if you really found it interesting. Because Matrix hit the funny mid-roll ad button about an hour ago, and we were only able to redeem it right now. So we'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah. Hi, for the people that can actually hear this, I've been hitting this mute mic button for like the past 2 minutes. Not working. Technology. Is it gonna work? Would help if I had the fucking mic unmuted. Something crashed on my computer and I'm having to fix it real quick, so please give me just a bit. Hope you're doing well, though. Okay, that's rather fascinating. I think I actually, like, thoroughly broke something on this. That's actually... horrifying to think about. All right. I'm just gonna make a copy of this thing. No, I broke something. Actually, you know what? I want to try one thing real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna try one thing real quick, and then we'll get back to going. On this fine quality live stream.